We first got involved with AKZ when some people started showing up to my house and asking about my son.
I met Jacob as a kindergartner. It was actually before we had officially started Audubon Kids Zone, and I went to their house to see if they would be interested in being a part of Audubon Kids Zone. And he was a pretty shy little guy.
I started sending him to AKZ. He struggled a lot with his ADHD and making connections with kids his own age. Some of the kids up here are very similar to him, and it's been really good for him because he can connect with those kids, and he's just blossomed socially.
Originally, when he would come in here and we would have reading time, he would never volunteer to read, and he would always stand to the back. He would be at the back sort of like he wanted to be invisible. And so a couple of times we called on him and he just sort of like, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to read right now.
He didn't want to actively try to read or anything. His reading problems were pretty large. He had even trouble with like the basic simple words, and it's just a really big struggle.
So there's a saying, in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, we teach students to read. They are learning to read. But in third, fourth, and fifth grade, they have to read to learn. So if he's not reading, or any student's not reading, they're not going to learn. They're not going to be able to apply the reading to learn the other things that they need to learn.
AKZ got involved because they noticed. They really cared enough to notice. They brought in some really special ladies with some really awesome personalities, and he connected with them really easy.
Tammy called and said, Jean, there's something about Jacob and we're missing it, and asked if I would go to South Heights and do an assessment. And as we were doing it, I noticed he had a pretty severe tracking problem with his eyes. I recommended that to Tammy and took care of organizing a team, and they worked with Jacob.
That's a hard one.
Caricature.
Try again.
Caricature.
Very good.
Wow.
Caricature.
And with Jacob, 3 days a week, 3 hours a week. The challenge with Jacob was he is so intelligent that it was really hard to settle him down and calm him down to really work through some of the eye issues. We would do hand-eye coordination, jumping jacks, just to get everything working and moving. As we did that, and as he gained more confidence, he just exploded.
Now he will volunteer. Me, Miss Tammy, can we read? Can we read now? Can I read now? Can I do this book? He went into the library with me and he said, I want to pick out a chapter book. And that had never happened before. He had wanted to play with his phone or whatever, but he'd never picked out a book to read. And so I had to text Jean really quick and tell her, this is so cool that he is reading chapter books now.
I think that had not AKZ contacted me and me going into the school to assess Jacob, he may not be where he's at now.
When we can have that partnership with a kid where the school can identify things and know that things are wrong or know that things need to be changed, and then they can hand it off to us, and then we can go that extra mile and kind of do that testing to get it. It's like now we have a kid that's an avid reader.
Without AKZ, he would not have become the kid he is, for sure.
If I can impact one child through that 1 hour a week maybe that I spend, I will consider it, wow, that's it. That's it for me. And I hope it's it for them too. I hope I'm helpful for them also.